on some of the significant investigative and operational breakthroughs of the force. And today, we will be talking to you specifically of some of the achievements made by the STS, of course, whose office is domiciled right here in this compound. We have a total of 39 suspects, including 3 females. All the suspects here are persons who have been clearly, empirically linked with offenses ranging from kidnapping, armed robbery, cattle rustling, and gun running. In one of the most disturbing cases we have here, 3 women aged 30, 25, and 21 years respectively were arrested for a failed attempt to move a total of 818 rounds of live ammunition all the way from Kano to Bayelsa State. As a matter of fact, these women will be talking to you. Elena, who is 25 years, had on instruction of her husband, who is currently being detained by the Nigerian military, handed over a half bag of rice to Favor Bello, age 21, for onward transportation to Yenegua in Bayelsa State. Favor Bello was expected on arrival at Yenegua to hand over the same consignment to yet another female, Prayer Jimmy, aged 30. This half bag of rice had these live ammunition carefully concealed. But what they failed to realize is the fact that just as the way they were planning, operatives working with other members of the community were also monitoring activities at the motor park. And eventually, when Favor got to the motor park and was about to board the vehicle, the bag of rice was searched, was opened, and when a search was conducted, these very startling revelations were made. Out of these 818 rounds of live ammunition, 718 were actually for general purpose machine gun, and they came in chains. A total of 7 AK rifles, 3 pump actions, and other assorted weapons were equally recovered. It has also become a very disturbing trend that the bulk of the kidnappers and cultists and armed robbers we are arresting like to adorn our of our armed forces. It's treasured a uniform that pride of our country. This has become like a general modus operandi for our sister agencies as well as our counterparts in the military to ensure are able to cut down this flow and take additional steps to make sure that these criminals, suspects who will be talking to you later, we have a suspect who is a specialist in snatching cars. His modus operandi essentially, which we hope he would demonstrate here today, is to board either Uber taxis, Taxify, or take any kind of car hire service or services, get to and pretend to be waiting for somebody. As the waiting game is ongoing, it will pretend to be a nice and hospitable client, step outside, get maybe 2 bottles of Coke or any other packed juice, 2 identical usually, drug or open and add into the other bottles or container as the case may be. It will send minutes or a few seconds later, depending on the capacity of the driver to resist drugs, the driver will obviously slump into unconsciousness. He will carefully drop you out of the car and drive the car away. That's his modus operandi. This is not the first time he's been arrested. He has been arrested previously. He was charged to court. He was at Kuje prison and somehow found his way out and continued in this illicit trade. The advice for members of the public will be, if you operate a car hire services, you're an Uber driver, taxifier driver, or whatever kind of car service you render, don't collect drinks, food, not even gums, sweets, anything edible, oranges, not even mango, nothing whatsoever edible. No matter how hungry or thirsty you are, don't be tempted to collect any of these edibles from a passenger that you don't know. If you can, agencies to work with the media and deepen our strategic partnership to ensure we're able to stem down crime and stem them down to a manageable level. We ask for your collaboration, your partnership, particularly in the areas of information sharing. And our commitment to continue to wage war against criminals remain irrevocable. Thank you.
Clap now.
These are clearly the chains, and this tells you how dangerous With these quantity of arms, you can wreak massive havoc to any community. And of course, this is a half bag of rice that contains the entire recovered arms. Curiously, suspects stand up. Had a very clear message on her t-shirt saying good things take time.
My name is Eliana Yobe. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Bayelsa State. The bag of rice was brought to the house by my husband, Lance Corporal Yobe Windenfa, who came on pass from Zamfara some 3 weeks ago. On instruction, as about 28th of May 2020, he called me a few hours, ranging from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the evening, and told me that Favor Bello, who is staying with me, would travel to Bayelsa. And if she's about to travel, I should give her the half bag of rice which contains the ammunition. On her arrival at Bayelsa, she will hand it over to her mother, Priye Jimmy. All arrangements have been made and she will know what to do after collecting the said half bag of rice which contains the ammunition. At about 2 o'clock in the morning, I received a call from my husband that Favor has been arrested. He sent somebody to go to the garage of which she was apprehended for her rescue, because on the phone he said she was apprehended by Agboro boys at the garage. So when he sent the soldiers from the barrack to the garage, when they got there, they discovered it was ammunition case. They were also apprehended. Around 4 o'clock in the evening, I was in the house when the military police from the barrack came to my block and told me I was needed at the military police office for investigation on account of ammunition regarded to my husband. I was then taken to SARS office in Bumpai, Kano, which I was detained for 1 week before I moved to STS here in Abuja. For 7 years, which I married my husband, this has never happened. And right now I'm a victim. And my only regret is that because of trust, I did not check the content of it. I only just on instruction gave her the rice. Had it been I checked the content of it, who knows what would have happened, but maybe it is God's will for these criminal activities to be put to bruit. That is why it happened this way. My advice to people is that if you are to travel or you are being given any message, you should carefully.
Okay. All right, collect the mic from her. The next person, oh yeah, that is the career. The career, no?
My name is Favor Bello. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Bayelsa State. My dad is from Niger State and he's late. And on the 27th of May, my mom called me that I should come to Bayelsa based on the lockdown. I'm schooling in North FC Kano. Because of the lockdown, she asked me to come to Bayelsa. Then, when I'm staying with Eliana Yowe based on my school, and her husband told me that when I'm coming to Bayelsa, she will give me half bag of rice to take to my mother. I said no problem, and he sent me my transport. That is 13,000 naira that day. Then my mom said she entered road on Friday. That is the open roads on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday in Kano. Then I said okay. That night I packed my bag. I have a traveling bag and my school handbag. I packed it. Then that morning, around 6, I waked up. Then I take my bath. I brush my teeth. When I'm done, because our husband asked somebody to take me to the park that morning because it was early. Then that morning I took my bag. Then Madam Eliana Yewe jacked the bag of rice to the bike for me because I've already entered the bike that morning. When I get to the park, it was my turn to. I've already bought my ticket. It was my turn to load. told me that the bag is heavy. And then I called my auntie, what do you put inside the bag? They said the bag is heavy. Then I told them to, okay, if it's so, to call the storage shop, people should open the bag and check. When they checked, they saw the ammunition, they brought out the ammunition. Even was I was the first person I even shouted Jesus. Then I was about to make phone call to call her again. Then they took my phone, they arrested me.
All right.
My name is Priya Jimmy. On the 27th, my daughter called me that she with her auntie is having problems. So I said, okay, if so, you will come down to Bayelsa. So I now told her like that. So I now called her husband that Favor is coming to Bayelsa. So he now told me that he will send half bag of rice. If Favor reach Bayelsa, then the parents will come and collect the half bag of rice from me.
Did you know it contained ammunition?
No, I don't know. He only told me that it's half bag of rice.
Go and sit down.